Hello everybody, welcome to the Wonky Angle, where I talk about electronic music, both new and old. And today, I'm going to be taking a look at the debut album from Clean Bandit, New Eyes. Now, I don't listen to a lot of mainstream radio. Surprise. But I discovered Clean Bandit in kind of an unusual way. I was looking up the Grammy nominations. I knew the song by Basement Jaxx, Never Say Never, was nominated for Best Dance Recording, but I was kind of curious as to what their competitors were. Upon hearing Rather Be for the first time, I decided, you know what? If the Jaxx lose to these guys, I'm alright with that. And what do you know, they did. So later on, I decided to go out and check out their album New Eyes. I went in expecting like a whole slew of songs that sounded exactly like Rather Be. But if you'll remember in my review of Galantis' Pharmacy, that did not happen. They weren't all Rather Be clones. There were at least 5-6 songs that broke the mold. About half the album. And even all the Rather Be clones turned out to stand up on their own merits, just by purely being also catchy in their own right. The album's not perfect. I mean, I get the distinct feeling that these guys just do not take themselves seriously. For instance, just take the first song off the album, Mozart's House. It starts out alright, got some drum beats, Aphex Twin-ish synth tones. And then we have a voice asking about what do we think of electronic music?
So you think electronic music is boring?
Well, no, if I did, then I wouldn't be hosting this show then, would I?
You think it's stupid?
It can be. I don't know if you fall under that umbrella.
You think it's repetitive?
As a matter of fact...
Well, it is repetitive.
Well, there you have it. And to be completely honest, Clean Bandit aren't that repetitive. There's far worse in the genre. But anyway, they continue to impress us with their amazing lyrics. A couple of examples include, you give me sun, 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 sunshine. You give me sun, 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 sunshine. I don't know, skip a beat. I don't know, skip a beat. Or my personal favorite, I'm grown, check my clothes, I wear chinos. Oh, I'm such a lovely man. So yeah, the lyrics tend to be kinda stupid on this album, but you know, when have I ever cared about lyrics? The music, on the other hand, is excellent. We got our Aphex Twin style bleeps and bloops, songs based around big, bright piano chords, 808 drums and the like, and of course, the thing that sets them apart from all the other electro-pop acts, a string quartet, because why the heck not? Okay, going down track by track. Mozart's House, pretty much a joke, but pretty fun to listen to song. Then we got Extraordinary and Dust Clears. These are probably our two most obvious Rather Be clones. Extraordinary may kind of be extremely similar to Rather Be. It at least is catchy in its own right. Then there's Dust Clears. That one's a little more interesting because it takes a while for it to actually build up. Like, at the beginning we just got this simple and stripped down beat with a male singer. Then the beat gets a little more energetic. And there's this little cutesy female voice on top. And then finally, they let loose with this extremely satisfying disco breakdown. Then there's Rather Be. Really, what else is there to say about Rather Be? The song's extremely addicting, gets stuck in your head, and you want it stuck in your head. Unless it's like late at night or something, and you want to go to sleep. What? But yeah, it's no wonder this song became a hit. I love this song. Anyway, A+E, that's another interesting track. It just starts out with the string quartet and then just goes all over the place. I remember there's some moment where they say the word predator in a really weird processed voice. There's steel drums, there's 8-bit bleeps. It's not super catchy, but it's fun to listen to. Then we have Come Over. Come Over is like almost a straight up calypso tune or something like that. It's the one with the above mentioned sunshine chorus. To be honest, this song just kind of came off to me as corny, not really one of my favorites. Then there's Cologne, and that one doesn't really do much for me. Melody's alright. Then we got Telephone Banking, the one with the check my clothes, I wear chinos line. Now, you know, I said come over just kind of sounds lame. Telephone Banking, I feel like they at least made an attempt to make it sound weird, because the singer clearly knows that we do not care about his pants. You know, the song just works for me. It's catchy, it's stupid, yes, but it's fun. Definitely memorable. Then finally after this, we get a bunch of tracks that do kind of attempt to break the rather be mold. We have Up Again. This is a fast-paced drum and bass style track. And then there's Heart on Fire, also pretty fast-paced and energetic, but yeah, Up Again's better. Then it gets really interesting right at the end. We have New Eyes. The melody on this one is probably the worst on the entire album, but there's also this female rapper on it called Lizzo. She just completely dominates the track, turning a track that would ordinarily be boring into one of the better ones on here. Then we got Birch. That's kind of a slower and sadder one. Considering all the other tracks are just all up-tempo and happy, Birch is clearly not happy, but you know, I liked it. And then finally, it all culminates with the ending outro movement 3. This is an instrumental. It's got chopped up violins and a weird off-kilter beat. Then it brings in these 8-bit chords. Then finally just all cuts out and you're left with the string quartet right at the end. It's a good ending. Now I should probably mention there are two versions of this album. One is the original version that got released first, and the other version is currently the one displayed on iTunes. 3 songs got cut, unfortunately 3 of my favorites. Telephone Banking, Birch, and Outro Movement 3 all got cut, and they were replaced by 3 more Rather Be clones. One of them is called Real Love, which is... It is a good song, it's catchy in its own right, but this one was too close to Rather Be to really work for me. They even had the same singer, Jess Glynn, on it. Then we got Stronger, and that one's decent. But my favorite of the 3 tracks that got put in was Show Me Love. This is a cover of an old song by Robin S.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to show me love.
And you know what? Clean Bandit's version, I think I actually like more than the original.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to show me love.
Show Me Love was definitely one of the highlights, but if I had to pick between the original version and the iTunes version, I would most definitely go with the original version. It's more well put together, there's more variety, it's more interesting. Also, according to Discogs, there's a super big deluxe version that has the original version of the album, the 3 exclusives from the iTunes version, and then an entire second disc dedicated to a live concert they put on.
Gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the door, but I'll make it.
Go and check my clothes, I wear chinos. Oh, I'm such a lovely man. If you could see me now. Spend all your cash on cappuccino.
So yeah, if you go with any version of this album, go with the original. But yeah, overall, I thought this album was pretty good. Maybe not great, but definitely one that I've returned to a lot. They're just a fun little electro-pop band with a string quartet. They're unique, they're memorable. They get my recommendation. If you did like Rather Be, you will like this album. I recommend checking it out. So, Overall, feeling a 7.7 out of 10. Favorite tracks: Extraordinary, Dusk Clears, Rather Be, A+E, Telephone Banking, Up Again, New Eyes, Birch, and of course Outro Movement 3. And least favorite track, probably Cologne, because it doesn't really stand out much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you heard this album, make sure to tell me about it in the comments, what you thought, or just what you thought about Rather Be, if that's all you heard. I assume that would be the case for most people. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all for today. See you next time.
Situation's going nowhere.